Oh, Nakagami's down! Oh, God, they're all down. They're falling like dominoes and into that beautiful top 5 position. So what's going on, guys? Box here, and welcome to some MotoGP 2021, the mod. And yes, we are finally starting our modded career mode for MotoGP 2021. This is the mod which adds in the MotoGP 2021 season to MotoGP 20 the game. It's only available on PC, unfortunately, so you can't mod your PlayStation or Xbox games. It's only the PC platform. But we're going to be doing a full season, and we've chosen to go down the route of the real life riders rather than the custom riders. We're going to save the custom rider for our MotoGP 21 career mode when that actually comes out, when the game comes out, hopefully spring summer sort of time. But first of all, we've got to get in and we've got to choose a rider. So for this first season, we're going to go all out. We're going to do Valentino Rossi on the Petronas Yamaha, a full season. Let's see how we get on. It could be challenging. There's no R&D because it's just using the championship mode on the game, but yeah, we're going to do 2 races an episode, like our MotoGP 20 career mode. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get straight into it, and hopefully we can give the Doctor a good season. So then, Petronas Yamaha team. How can we get on with partnering our former apprentice, Morbidelli? So it could be a tough old season, this partnering. But it's going to be an interesting one of the most exciting lineups for next year, I think. How can Rossi do on that very, very fast Petronas from 2020?
Good afternoon and welcome to the Lusail circuit in Qatar. Everything is ready here for the first qualifying session. This session gives riders who didn't make the grade in the free practices another chance to compete for pole in the second qualifier.
So, as always, we'll be starting in qualifying 1 as we don't do the practice sessions. There's definitely no need to do practice after, 9 seasons of MotoGP 20, but also the fact that you don't need the R&D points. So we're going for Q1 every race. The aim is at least to get into Q2. Rossi, he does struggle with, the qualifying, the Saturdays, but we hopefully can improve that for him. If we can get on the front 2 rows each time, we're on for a good shot at a podium. And a podium in every race has to be the minimum aim, especially if we want to take the championship. So I'm going to go out. 6 minutes left in the session. Back-to-back laps on the Petronas Yamaha. So this first lap, very, very good. Half a second under Rins's time here in qualifying 1. So hopefully it's just a straightforward blast to the line. The rear tyre getting very, very hot. That is the soft rear tyre. Front tyre is absolutely fine, so come the race, we're probably going to go soft front, medium rear combination, but 8 tenths underneath a Rins. What an opening lap. So then let's gear ourselves up then for qualifying 2. Come out right at the end. 2 laps if we need to, but hopefully on the first we can get it all wrapped up. Look at that. Pretty much bang on for the time we need. Hopefully the last 2 sectors will go in our favour. But just got to watch the rear tyre, keep it all together, all in a straight line. We don't want to put unnecessary pressure on the rear. See what the gap is. We'll come through the next sector split. Still very, very close. We gained a lot of time in that final sector in Q1, so maybe we can do the same thing here. Let's see. On the power. Rear end skating a little bit there. Into the final corner. No mistakes. Bring it down to the apex, then ask for the power. Second gear just to control the traction a little bit and blast to the line. 53.3 was the time from Oliveira. Bit of a slower lap from us than in Q1, but it's a 52 still. 52.9, 3 tenths underneath of, was that Oliveira's time? I think that might have been. So a very quick lap, and I think that might do it for pole position here. Let's see, end the session. Yes, 3 tenths clear of Oliveira and Mir, who are very close. So, is that beginner's luck at a new team? I don't know. Let's see how we get on then. Our teammate there in the middle of the second row, he'll have wanted better, but crucially faster than the factory Yamahas of Vinales and Quartararo. Right then, let's see how we get on. We're going to have to go for a soft front and a medium rear tyre. That's going to give us very, very good race performance as long as that soft tyre lasts the whole length of time. Right then, so we are on pole. Oliveira and Mir going for the same tyre choice as us, so all on the front row, same tyre choice. Then it varies further down the grid. So then, let's see how we get on. Marc Marquez in the middle of the pack. And I must say this mod has just been updated. We're using the version 1.3, I think it is. So hopefully soon, in the coming weeks into February, we can get some of the official liveries launched and they'll get added into the mod hopefully as soon as possible. Here we go. Focus on the task at hand. Look at the launch from Oliveira. A little bit rusty on the starts. Power mode 2 all the way down to turn number 1. But on Oliveira up the inside, we lose out to the KTM rider into turn number 1. But it's a longer race. We've got 6 laps. Plenty of time to stick with Oliveira. We've got to look after this rear tyre. That is my aim on the opening lap to... Oh my god, look how wide we are there. The aim has to be to look after the rear tyre. It's got to go the distance. It really has got to go to the distance. I've got to get it up to temperature and then keep it there. I can't overheat it. Can't let it drop in temperature either. We'll lose a lot of grip. But yeah, we might not get a choice in this because if Oliveira bolts, I'm going to have to push this tyre. Oh, stoppy into turn 7. That has cost us big time. That has cost us a couple of tenths there. But yeah, we might not have a choice. If Oliveira bolts, I'm going to have to go with him, which means using up the rear tyre. Oh, come on then. Let's see where we can get him. Feeling confident in pace, to be honest. Oh, look at that. Quartararo has made an absolute launch from the third row of the grid, was he? Or was he the 4th? I think it was the 3rd row of the grid. All the way up to P3. What a start. I'd love to see his start again. But he obviously is going to be wanting to beat us. He's on our bike and I'm on his bike. Mir as well is going to be wanting to do well, defend that championship. But it is the young gun of Oliveira. Crossed the line then. They ran a little bit wide into the final corner. And wow, Quartararo's right with us. I didn't see him close that gap. He really has got some pace here today. He means business. He is impressing. He is trying to make a good stamp on that factory Yamaha team. I've lost touch with Oliveira. That mistake has cost us running deep into that final corner. What's the gap? 9 tenths almost. A little bit of work to do. I'm wondering whether just to let Quartararo go, but then he can bridge this gap and we'll go with him. But then it's the trouble. You don't know how much pace Quartararo's got in the bag. He could then just completely bolt. So I'm going to find the pace myself. I'm going to put up a fight, obviously, against Quartararo. Because, you know, if we keep our hold our apex, brake late, he can't get through. In theory. Unless he forces the issue. But very much we've got to try and stick with Oliveira here. Front tyre's a little bit cold. So there's nothing we can do about that. It's the softest compound possible. Just got to manage the rear. So far, the rear's looking fantastic. I don't know. Quartararo seems to have dropped back a little bit. He really has dropped back. Or have I started? No, I've only gained about a 10th on Oliveira. So maybe Quartararo struggling a little bit now. Doubt it. He's probably just made a mistake or something. But anyway, I've closed right up on Oliveira. The last 2 sectors seem to suit us and this bike very, very well. Very well indeed. Power mode 2 just to help us bridge the gap a little bit down the straight. 54.1, 53.8, 3 tenths quicker than Oliveira there on that lap. Much, much better, recovering from a bit of a shaky start on the first lap, if I'm honest. The experience of Valentino, you know, you want to hold that lead into turn number 1. Obviously being beaten up a little bit by Oliveira. He just got the initial launch on us, didn't he? And there was nothing we could really do about it. And then a little mistake from us running wide in the final corner. A few moments on that opening lap with stopping him, but now second lap a lot better. Fast lap of the race. Rear tyre looking good. Just got to manage it. But Oliveira, we're coming for you, buddy. If we can get the win here today in this opening race, that'd be fantastic. That'd be absolutely brilliant, wouldn't it? Really, really would. Start off the season right, head to Argentina, championship leader, another circuit I know we can do well at, especially as Valentino Rossi. But it's all going to come down to the final lap, when you're asking for that last bit of grip from your rear tyre. It's all going to come down to that. But look at the gap we are pulling. Oliveira making an impression on the factory KTM. Half a second back. Working on this gap. A little bit wide there. Stewards may decide to start looking into us if we keep going on that green stuff. I'm going to go a bit more power mode too. We've got 3 laps to go and we've got over 4 laps of fuel into the final corner. A little bit deep again. That's my weak point of this circuit, that final corner. Running deep. Because then if you try to pull it down to the apex, it's so easy to make a mistake. 54.2, not as quick on that lap, but still closing down. Quartararo is still behind. Marc Marquez in P10, obviously struggling with, you know, his opening race back. Hopefully we'll see him back in the real life GP, but he really is going to be nursing that arm, especially in the first few races, getting back into the rhythm, into the swing of things. But look at us, we're getting our rear end out in the braking zones here. We mean business. We are pushing it. We've reached the halfway point and now it's the home stretch to the end, and I want to get past Oliveira. Oh, almost run to the back of him there actually. I want to clear him, come on, we can get past him. We've got so much more pace, and I'm lifting there. Don't want to run into him. I feel an overtake coming on. The confidence is oozing. You can tell the body language from Valentino here. Let's make the move, shall we? Let's go for it. We've got race win written all over this. Look at that line. Oh, that KTM picks up traction well, doesn't it? We're going to be on the outside here. He defends while the Portuguese... Oliveira, where are we going to get you? Could be turn number 1, or even the final corner. I'm in no rush right now. We've still got 2 laps to do something, and as long as we don't suddenly have a huge drop in tyre performance, I can't see how we can't get past Oliveira. Look at this, into the final corner, on the brakes. A little bit deep again, but he's not able to get through. Power mode 2. I'm going to go defensive down the middle. I've got power mode 2, but that KTM with the slipstream, oh, he's just backing off in the braking zone. And I know we're good into turn number 1. Marc Marquez, or is that Alex Marquez? 53.6. One of the Marquez brothers, both on a Honda. Late race pace, fastest lap. Right, let's go. So we hit the front for the first time, getting past Oliveira nicely there. Plenty of fuel on board, and now we do what Valentino can do best, control the race from the front, although he hasn't done that in the past few seasons really, but obviously his career shows he can do that. So let's find Valentino of past, and let's see if we can bring this home for the win. I don't know where Quartararo's gone. He seems to have dropped way back after that amazing start. Suzuki in P3 now. So at this point in the race, I just want to take a look back at Quartararo's start. He just got a really good initial launch and just went all around the outside of Rins, underneath of both of Suzuki's here. You can see they're going 3 wide into there. That's pretty tight. But Quartararo just comes out on top. You can see, look how wide I ran there. But there, that's how Quartararo got into P3. An amazing start. He closed right up. Really, really good start. Look at the pressure that Rins then applied later on. We are on lap number 4, I think. And this is where we'll hopefully find out what happened to Quartararo. Did he make a mistake? Did he just get overtaken? But you can see Rins is all over the back of the Frenchman. He's really holding up the pack, isn't he? You can see it behind there's just a huge train of bikes that want to get past. Is it into the final corner or turn number 1? Quartararo, yeah, you can see Rins is just all over the back of him. He's making all sorts of shapes. Trying to get underneath of him into the final corner. Very, very tough to get it done. And then it's just a drag down the front straight. You can see that's where I was getting the move done on Oliveira. And then, you know what? That Yamaha's holding its own down the straight. But then on the brakes, yeah, Rins underneath. Morbidelli, former teammate as well. He's next up. He's going to be getting past any moment soon. You can see, yeah, just that first sector. Quartararo being beaten up around the outside. And then he's got Brad Binder behind. So talking about being beaten up, he's going to be next. So far so good, and it looks like Oliveira's being caught by Rins behind him. We're on the final lap now. Look at the right hand side of our rear tyre. It has seen better days, but we've only got about half a lap to troop on through. And then we could take our first win with the Petronas team. 2.8 seconds is the gap, so they've really lost a lot of time behind. Just been putting in the laps. Got plenty of Palmo 2 to use up on this lap too, but I really do think Oliveira has an issue. Maybe some damage because he's fallen right back into the arms and the reach of the Suzuki. And I think our teammate Morbidelli's there too. So not long now. 2.7 is the gap. Then turn the fuel mode down. I do not want to risk it. We don't need any more performance. Just bring the bike home. This could be very exciting. No mistakes around the final corner. Nice and easy. Let it roll. Blast for the line. Power mode 2. And we are going to take the win here in the opening round of the 2021 season for Petronas Yamaha. What a result there. Absolute Valentino of old. Complete domination here in Qatar. So let's look at the Riders' Championship. Obviously it's as it finished, but Marc Marquez to P6, not bad considering the injury. Paul Espargaro P10 on the Honda, but factory Yamaha's 11th and 13th. Definitely. I don't know how Quartararo went from 3rd to 13th. It's just crazy. Absolutely crazy. So yeah, no real surprises. Maybe Zarco doing so poor there. Could just be a characteristic of this track. But anyway, let's head into the next round then, which will be Argentina. So, slight correction on the previous race. The next round is in fact Austin, Texas. It's not Argentina. I'm getting ahead of myself. Next episode will be Argentina, along with Jerez. So, we're here in Q2, made it through in Q1, and now we're going to see if we can get that pole position. Back-to-back poles, opening episode. Let's do this. Let's see if we can get it. I remember the AI being quite weak in qualifying here at Austin, Texas, and stepping up for the race, so we might have to watch out for that. So we're only a 10th underneath of Morbidelli at the halfway point of the lap. Pressure's on, it's our teammate we've got to beat. See what we can do then, coming into the final corner and blast for the line. A very short run to the line, a little bit wide on exit, but you know what, we'll get away with it. 2:04 flat, 2:03 flat. We gained, what, 0.8 of a second on that final lap. Absolute crazy stuff. That should be pole position, locked away in the back pocket, and it is. We got a 9/10 lead. Okay. Let's see then what the AI have in store for us in the race. So then I've elected to go for the medium front, medium rear tyre. Hopefully that works out for us. Marc Marquez doing a lot better this time on the second row. His teammate behind him on the third row. So let's see how we get on. Quartararo way back in 15th. It'll be interesting to see if he does make a good launch like he did last time. But we got our teammate alongside us. We're going to be on the outside. And it's a big run up the hill into turn number 1. So picking out your braking zone is very, very tricky. So let's see what we can do then. We rev up. And we're off. Hopefully a better start. But you know what? Yeah, it's not a bad start. It really isn't a bad start. Pick out the braking zone. A little bit deep, and that's Rins up the inside. You kind of do have the disadvantage starting from pole if you're on the outside, but you do, of course. You start in front of everyone, so there's no excuses. Drop it into power mode 1. We'll save some of this fuel. We got quite a lot of fuel, and it's both Suzukis making it into the front 2 positions. So I think I've got my teammate behind. I can't tell. We'll have a look in a minute. No, it's Maverick, former teammate, that's behind us. And then Nakagami. So where has Morbidelli gone? I'm really deep into turn 8. I've got to get these medium tyres up to temperature pretty quick. That's the only problem. People around us, some of them do have soft tyres in the front and the rear, or front or rear. They're going to have the advantage early on. But hopefully in the long run, we're going to play the long game here. We've got 5 laps. Look how wide I am there. Alright, let's go for power mode 2. Morbidelli's way back with Lecuona. He must have made a mistake or something into turn number 1. So let's take a replay of the opening lap then. You can see Morbidelli up the middle. Let's see if the camera shows. I think he just gets beaten up, to be honest. Let's have a look behind. Oh yeah, hit from Oliveira there. And he's going backwards. He is going backwards there. Yeah, he just got beaten up into turn number 1. So not a lot you can do about that, which is a shame, but crucially for us, we're still in the top 3. Back to it then, let's see what we can do on the brakes. Going aggressive, going and making the move early into turn 12. A little bit too much inside curb there. Lucky not to get a penalty. But we're back through on Rins. That's one Suzuki dealt with. Oh, that's not good. That really isn't good. We've hit the deck. Oh no, and we're in stone dead last. But look at the run we've had here. Okay. That is annoying. Just pushing too hard early on that medium tyre, not getting up to temperature quick enough. And it just goes if you push it. If you ask for it, for the grip that isn't there, you're gonna flop. You're gonna hit the deck. But already, because of the nature of where we fell off, underneath of the pram out there, out the final corner. Okay, a little bit scuffed up, not as badly damaged as I thought. So, oh no, look at that, Pramac's through. The Pramac is through. Jorge Martin through on us. Gonna have to watch the fuel here, but we should have a lot more grip than the Pramac. Gotta be aggressive, come on. After that dream start to this race and the dream start to the season out of Qatar, a little bit of misery so far here in Austin, Texas. But if we can recover, I mean, the pack is so closely tight. Look how tight it was. We had a lot of pace in qualifying too, so we might be able to use that in the race here. It's just through those flip-flops, the soft tyres are going to have the advantage, especially early on. Let's see, Bagnaia. Oh, look how wide we are there. That's annoying at turn 11. Back to battling with Jorge Martin. Not for long. Right, we're going to have to put in a bit of a shift here. If we can get top 5, I mean, that is a real push. But we're back here with Morbidelli. So it's not Petronas Yamaha's day today. We had an absolute dream start in Qatar. It's these corners here. The front's still a little bit cold, you know. Not going to try and ask for too much from the front early on. Oh, underneath a Bagnaia. That is aggressive. Oh, Valentino. That is aggressive. We make it stick, though. I'm going to half expect to see a torpedo in Ducati up my inside at turn number 1. And look at the rear end getting all shaky there over the bumps. You know what? I'm not feeling as confident here. It's that front tyre. Maybe I should have gone for a soft. It seems to wash out a little bit. And it did wash out on us. If I can start to push it, I'll get some heat into it and we'll get the feeling. Nothing worse than a dead front tyre, which has no feeling and no feedback. Into turn number 1 then. Wonder where we can line up Morbidelli. Our pace isn't too bad considering. But we're going to have to be careful with getting through on Morbidelli. Oh, come on. Really wish I went for that soft front tyre now. The rear tyre is absolutely fine. Loads of grip from the rear, but look at us. All over the back of Morbidelli. I think we made a little bit of contact there. Flip it under at turn 9. Oh, look at that. See what I mean? The rear just grips up and the Yamaha powers on through. A little bit wide there. Brake nice and early for this corner. We ran very deep last time out. Oh, look at that. Look at that Polo Spargo. As you can see, the mod adds in his new number. Polo Spargo couldn't get the drive out of that corner. And saying that, he's coming at us. He really is coming at us. Next up, Marc Marquez. Trying to keep that rear end down. Oh, Polo Spargo giving it a bit of fight here today. So P9, 2 laps to go after this one. Again, the front end trying to get that feel back. But you know what, we could make P6. We'll get past Binder and Marquez and then whoever that Ducati is. I think it's Miller. Or is it the Pramac of Zarco? It might even be Zarco, to be honest. But I've got plenty of fuel on board. So let's go power mode 2 on this whole lap. 2:04.9 from Mir, that's the race leader. 2:04.9, we match that. See, we've got race winning pace. If we can use that here in the mid-back, then we can make up all the positions. Look at this, closing up. Brilliant run through the S's on the penultimate lap here. Underneath of Marquez, look at that. No hesitation. Absolute clinical overtake there. Into P8. Binder, you're next. Trying to find some grip out wide. Oh, come on. We're really pushing this rear tyre now, but we're underneath of Binder. He can go the long way around if he wants to. We're going to cut him off on the exit. We cut him off a little bit too much. That's a little bit wide on the green stuff. Zarco, you're next. Maybe we could be on for that top 5 finish we were after. Oh, that Ducati's good on the brakes. Oop, 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 oop. Sorry, Zarco. Whoa! That was terrible from me. Let Zarco back through. That was really, really bad. Go, Zarco, go. So, bit of sportsmanship. I just got on the stop here and I had to let off the brake and it just ran me into the back of Zarco. Oh, that's allowed Binder back through. Oh, what it is to be a sportsman, eh? So maybe we can't get that top 5. But P6 from Zarco, if we can get that, I'll be chuffed. Binder showing some pay. Whoa, Marquez. Because I can't get any power down on the right-hand side of the tyre. Got to watch out for that on the final lap. So if we're in a close battle, remember the right-handers. Here we go then, final corner. Go for a bit of power mode 2. Underneath for Binder. Oh, squeeze in there. 204.6 from Mir. All this battling is costing us time. Here we go then. Zarco into turn number 1. A little bit saucy on the brakes. Oh, he's back around the outside. Look at that. Absolutely crazy stuff from Zarco. Let's go power mode 2 through the S's. Oh yeah, oh no, not side by side. That is a terrible idea. Terrible idea. We'll lose so much time. And we have lost so much time. Right, oh, kick from the right hand side of the rear. Come on, this is going to be a good damage limitation race. Could have been a dream start to the season. Back-to-back wins, potentially, but Mir seems to have very good pace. Saying that, you don't know what our pace would be like. But anyway. Oh, Nakagami's down! Oh, God, they're all down. They're falling like dominoes and into that beautiful top 5 position. P5. Nakagami down. Aleix down as well back there. Aleix down. But Zarco hitting the deck at the most unfortunate time. And now I'm taking it easy because my tyres have seen better days. Especially the rear. But I've got to keep Marquez at bay. Should be fine though. Saying that, I can't get any traction from the right hand side of the rear tyre, which means we're going to be a sitting duck around this long right. Quarter of a second back is Marquez. Just gentle, hold the momentum, ask for the power, nicely does it. Treat the Yamaha with respect and the Yamaha will treat you with respect. bit wide there. Into the final corner now. Nice and gentle. Bit of a time penalty. Too gentle. But there we go. That should be P5. That time penalty shouldn't do anything to us. No, it didn't. Thank goodness for that. But there you go. Mir took the win from Rins. And Vinales doing it for the factory team. We had a good recovery, but disappointed I made that mistake. Where is Quartararo? P12. So then, the Riders' Championship looks like this. We are joint top with Alex Rins. Mir is just 2 points behind. Oliveira, 3 points back. So a very tight start, but we are the leader as it stands, joint with Rins. This is good. This is good. I'm optimistic. This could be a good season, so make sure you stay tuned for that. If you are new around here, make sure you get subscribed for the rest of this season, and then we'll be hitting up MotoGP 21 when that comes out, hopefully around springtime. But yeah, not long to go to the start of the 2021 season either, so I look forward to that too. But for now, as always, I hope you do have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will catch you in the next one.